In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful. One thing which is very common between each one of us, we want to be liked and we want to be cherished by the people. And we want to be more likable. We don't, whatever we do in a daytime, whatever we are seen doing, much of it is because the people will like us, the people will approve us, and the people we will become likable for the other people. So, being liked by the other people, that is something really, really important by a human being and each one of us. So, that is, something maybe we cannot afford to get rid of that. And really, my dear friends and fellows, also that is going to be the topic of our today's discussion. And that is going to be the topic of our today's discussion, my dear friends. Look, for that purpose, we have also chosen a very beautiful, very useful article on the subject as well. This very useful article has been captioned as, if you want to be more likable, say goodbye to these 13 behaviors. If you want to be more likable, say goodbye to these 13 behaviors. That is the caption of the article, and the author of the same beautiful article is Adrian Volenik. He is the author of this very useful, very beneficial article on the subject. And let's go to all those 13 behaviors which we have been advised to say goodbye, to leave, to get ourselves free from that, and to make the improvements. The first of all, it is the constantly talking about yourself. Okay, it's good to talk about yourself, but constantly talking about yourself, this is not being seen as a good behavior, and the people don't like that. The second behavior we need to get rid of is interrupting others, not listening well to others, because everybody want to be listened well. So for that purpose, if at all we want to be liked, all what we need to do is that we should not be interrupting other people unless it become very necessary. And in that sense too, we have to be very respectful, very humble. We do have to tell what is my compulsion, and then we can, although we should do everything else we can to avoid interrupting other people. The third behavior we need to get rid of is being judgmental. We don't need to harshly criticize other people. We have no right to do that. No need to become judgmental at all. And for that purpose, we do have to get rid of this behavior as well. The fourth behavior we need to free ourselves is being too serious. I think that's not also good. I think that always being such a serious person, it is better to be light-hearted. It is better to take the things, to be serious for some of the time, but at the same time, also we need to become light-hearted. We need to develop the sense of humor. Now the fifth is being unreliable. Everybody want to relate themselves. Everybody want to be connected with someone else who is a reliable person. Unreliable people, they will never be liked by other people. What is this unreliability? I think that we need to honor our commitment, and we need to do whatever our obligations are. The sixth is being ungrateful. I think that we need to become a grateful person. Whoever did the good thing to us, whoever tried to protect us, save us from a bad thing, whoever wanted to benefit us, whether they succeed in it or not, I think we need to become grateful to those people. And the seventh such behavior is constantly checking your phone. If at all we are sitting amongst the people, but we are spending too much of the time with our phone, not paying attention to the people, they will mind it. And for that purpose, we do have to get rid of this behavior as well. The eighth is being indifferent. We don't have to become indifferent person, rather we do have to develop the empathy. We do have to develop the compassion in ourselves. That is really important to become a good human, to become a soft human, to become a responsible human being. The next is gossiping. We don't need to gossip. We don't need to say the bad thing in the absence of the people. It is necessary to avoid. The 10th is always seeking validation, although sometimes we do need to do that, but most of the time, if at all we are always seeking validation by other people, this is also disapproved behavior. We need to get rid of it. 11th is being rude or disrespectful. I think that we don't have to become rude, rather we do have to become polite, and we, instead of becoming a disrespectful, it is important to become a respectful human being. Now the 12th is constantly complaining. We don't need to complain for all the time, rather we need to do it rarely. We need to avoid this behavior as much as possible. The 13th is too much sarcasm. If at all somebody is doing something and we are looking upon it sarcastically, I think some of the time it might be okay, but adopting it as a permanent attitude, I think that should be avoided. So these are the 13 behaviors we need to avoid if at all we want to be more likable by the people. We need to avoid all those 13 behaviors because these are quite negative, because these are quite bad, and these, if at all, I think that if at all we are free of most of these 13 behaviors, I think we will be more likable. But if at all unfortunately somebody is having more of these 13, if somebody have more of these 13 behaviors, I think they will not be a likable person at all. So being a likable person, definitely it is something which is being loved, which is being approved, which is being sought after by most or maybe by all of the people. So for all of these reasons, I think if at all we want to become more likable, so we do have to say goodbye to all of these 13 behaviors. That was a very useful, very beneficial article which has been authored by Adrian Volenik, and the caption of this beautiful article is, if you want to be more likable, say goodbye to these 13 behaviors. Thank you.